Hello student, this is another explanation video of your chapter that is a poem, A Tiger in the Zoo, from your book First Flight. So this is a very beautiful poem. It is given about tiger here. So let's see what is given as a start off in this chapter, in this poem. This poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with the tiger in its natural habitat. So in this poem you will get the opportunity to contrast the living you can say the living life of a tiger in the zoo and in its natural habitat. Its natural habitat is, you can say, forest or jungle, right? The poet moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. So in this poem, in each stanza, the poem first describing about what the tiger reaction when the tiger is in the zoo and what the tiger is supposed to do when he is in the jungle. Okay, so this kind of situation, this kind of things are contrasted in this poem. So let's start. Okay, this poem is written by Leslie Norris, and in this poem, if you will see here, the word meanings are given, not given so much. Only I think one word meaning given, that is snarl, that is make an angry or warning sound. So here some hard words are there. So while explaining this poem, I will also tell you the meaning of the hard word. If you want, then you can immediately note it down in your copy, or you can re-listen to the video, re-watch the video, and you can note it down in the copy. Okay, so let's start the poem. First stanza. He stalks in his vivid strips the few steps of his cage. So he is here refer to the tiger. So stalk means moving slowly, to move slowly. So the tiger moves slowly in his vivid strip. Vivid means which is strong and bright looking stripes. Stripes means a long narrow those band. You can see the tiger, in the tiger body there are different kind of patterns are there, right? Different designs are there, that is called stripes. Okay, the tiger the body, or you can say they have a different kind of designs, different pattern of stripes. So that it is talking about that stripe. So the tiger, he looks very strong and bright with his stripes on his body, and the tiger is moving slowly, moving the few steps of the cage. Yeah, so cage is obviously cannot be as big as a jungle, isn't it? It is a very small space, small area, okay, where the tiger can move here and there. So the tiger does not get a very huge, very broad area to move from here to there, isn't it? So the tiger is moving slowly, moving and taking few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet. On pads means, pads are here the soft part under the feet, that is called pads, and it is basically of velvet. If you really get an opportunity to touch the pad of tiger, you can find out that it's very soft like velvet. Okay, velvet material like that. In his quiet rage means, rage means anger. Okay, anger, full of anger but quiet. So the overall meaning of this stanza is, the tiger, he moves slowly, he takes the few steps of the cage, okay, on pads, that is of velvet, that also quietly, without making any noise, and he is in very angry. He's very angry, but he is very quiet also. Why he is quiet? Because he is locked behind the cage, isn't it? So even if he is angry, then also he cannot do anything. The tiger in the cage is helpless. Okay, he cannot show his real power and real strength, which each and every tiger they do or they show when they stay in their natural habitat. So this is all about first stanza. Now next, that is second stanza. He should be lurking in shadows, sliding through long grass. He should be lurking. Lurking means to hide in order to attack its prey. Okay, so the tiger, okay, the first stanza is the situation where the tiger is in the zoo. Now the second stanza, if the tiger is in its natural habitat, that is in jungle, then what the tiger is supposed to do? The tiger is supposed to be hide behind the shadow in order to catch its prey, isn't it? It's the tiger supposed to slide through long grass. It will slide means he will move slowly through the long grass. He will try to hide beneath or behind the long grass, right? And the tiger will go slowly near the water hole. Now what is the meaning of water hole? Water hole means, you can say, the lake or pond in the middle of the jungle where all the rest of the animal they come and quench their thirst. Okay, so near the water hole the tiger will move slowly, okay, hiding behind the long grass, hiding behind the shadow where plump deer pass. And basically where the plump means fat deer will pass. Why? Because tiger, you have seen the tiger, basically they attack deers, isn't it? So in order to attack its prey, that is deer, the tiger will slide through the long grass and lurk in the shadow. So these are the activities the tiger is supposed to do in its natural habitat, that is jungle or forest. So the second stanza is the situation where the tiger is in the jungle. Okay, then let's come to third stanza. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Now, but some more activity is described here by the poet if the tiger is supposed to be in the jungle. But more activity, what are the more activities that the tiger can do? That he should be snarling. Snarling means growling, making terrorizing or terrorizing kind of a sound. Okay, terrific sound, you can say. So he should be growling or snarling around the houses which are situated at the edge of the jungle. Edge of the jungle means jungle ke kinare. Obviously the people, all the people they never live in the middle of the jungle. Yeah, they live at the edge of the jungle. Jungle के किनारे लोग अपना घर बसाते, right? So what he supposed to do, he should go near those houses and he make growling sound. Okay, he growl. And what he can do, he bare his white fang, that is fang means long sharp teeth. Bearing means showing. He would show his sharp teeth. He would show his sharp claws, and in this way he will terrorize the village. So these are the activities a tiger supposed to do in the jungle. Let's come to fourth stanza. But he's locked in a concrete cell, his strengths behind bar. But instead of doing all these things, what is happening with him right now? The tiger is locked in a concrete cell. Concrete means which is made up of cement, brick, sand and stone. Cell means a very small room. Okay, so instead of being in an open area, instead of being in the middle of the long grasses, trees and near his prey, hunting its prey, where he is locked in a concrete cell, concrete room, that is cage. In a very short term, that is cage. And all his strength with which he can terrorize the people, with which he can catch his prey, hunt his prey, okay, all his strengths are now behind those bars, stalking the length of his cage. And he cannot do anything. Instead he can only walk the length of the cage. He can walk to and fro in the area in the cage, and he ignores the visitor. In the zoo, the visitors, they come, but he did not give importance to them. He just moved from one corner of the cage to the other corner. Okay, then he heard the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stare with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant star. And what is the activity of the tiger at night? So obviously he cannot do anything. He's locked behind the bar. So what else he will do? He hear the last voice at night, the last voice of the patrolling car. Patrolling car means the car. Here petrol, it is not about fuel. Okay, fuel, that diesel petrol, it's not that. Petrol spelling you see Patrol. Patrol means the person who move around to see that everything is okay or not, like the zookeeper. Before the days, and so what they do, they move around, or in the middle of the night they move around all the zoo and find out that if there is any problem happening with any of the animal or not. So that is called patrolling. Okay, peheredari dena. So he hear the last voice at night, that is the voice of the patrolling car. And and he stares with his brilliant eyes. Brilliant eyes means obviously he is locked behind the bars of the cage, so he has a dozens and millions of dreams, you can say, in his eyes to be free. Okay, so with that brilliant eyes, what else he can do? He can only look at he stares at the brilliant stars. So this is all about the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. I hope you understand. In a very short way, I like to summarize it. Listen carefully. So here in this poem, the poet has contrasted the two environment, that is, one is tiger in the zoo and tiger in the cage, right? Tiger in the zoo and tiger in the jungle or forest. So tiger in the zoo, what he is doing? He has nothing to do. He is just moving slowly to and fro, that is one corner of the cage to the another corner, with quite anger. Okay, quiet anger means he is very very angry inside, but he is quiet because he cannot do anything. All his strengths are locked behind the bars. Yeah, whatever the tiger can do in the jungle freely, he cannot do anything in the cage, and he ignores the visitor. Okay, and then after at night, how he spent his night? He hears every day, he hears the last voice of the patrolling car, and then after he looked at the stars with his brilliant eyes. And what the tiger supposed to do in the jungle? He should be lurking, that is hiding in the shadow, okay, sliding through the long grasses, and in order to catch its prey, basically the prey which they come near the water hole, that is plump deer, fat deers. Okay, then after he should snarling, that is he make a growling voice around the houses which are situated at the edge of the jungle. He would show his teeth, he would show his claws in order to terrify the village. Okay, so all these activities the tiger is supposed to do in the jungle. So this is all about the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. I hope you understand this poem. So till today, this much. Thank you.